Good evening and welcome to the broadcast here on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel. I'm Joel McCall. Alongside me, Ray George behind camera as we are in Sparta tonight. Sparta High School at the Alton D. Ask Gymnasium for an MVC matchup in volleyball as the season just about to wrap up. The Riverhawks only have one more regular season match after this one here tonight. Sparta just with one as well. They'll play on the 16th against Onalaska. The Central Riverhawks come in with a record of 13-12. They are 5-5 in the MVC after their win over Logan on Tuesday night. And head coach Haley Williams, her 6th year. For the Sparta Spartans, head coach is Mary Sackman, her 2nd year, and 16-11, 3-6 in conference play as the Sparta Spartans fell in 5 to Aquinas on Tuesday night. We'll talk more about that here in just a moment. For the Central Riverhawks, since they're out on the court, they played a very solid match Tuesday night in the sweep over Logan. The Riverhawks had a fight for the first set, but really poured it on in the final two. And even Coach Williams mentioned that afterwards, saying we were able to do some things that we hadn't been able to do against other opponents because they had a controlling lead throughout the final two sets, and which was good to see. And you know why they had such a good night was because of the service line. If you recall, and I said this to her, the previous Logan match, Central had 13 serving errors. Tuesday night, the script was reversed. 15 errors, 15 aces, only 4 errors. And so at the service line, much better. And Gabby Zeeb had a near season high 23 digs and picked up the Ranger hitters. She's going to be super important tonight. Sparta brings it at the net, and Zeeb, Christopherson, and Young have to hit the floor on that back line. You're going to see Gillitzer as well. Those girls are going to be super important tonight in that back row for the Riverhawks because this is not going to be an easy matchup for either team, really. Maddie Young led Central with 9 kills because the girls were a balanced attack. Gillitzer had 8, Rao 7, and Borgie and Michaels added 5. Great production needed tonight. I say that, but I also wish this Central team had that one killer that could go 15-20 in one night, and this would be the night to have it because Sparta is also going to be very balanced, and so it'd be nice to see somebody get up there in that 15 range in the kills department for the Central Riverhawks, and not in 5 sets either. It needs to be earlier and get that production going. Coach Williams clearly remembers what happened against Sparta. Riverhawks up 2-0, and all of a sudden the Spartans woke up and walloped them in sets 3 and 4. 25-9 was one of those set wins for Sparta. The girls better remember that too. They've got to play well right away and earn an MVC win. And if you also remember about that match, that 5th set was 11-0. Central went out on that run to start the 5th set after losing the last 2 sets and winning in the money set. Can Central finally get a big night from their middles? That's my question of the night because they have to deal with Izzy Mickelson. Crawford and Rao need to go at her and get some touches off of Izzy's kill attempts. This is a difficult task is what I wrote down. For the Sparta Spartans then, they're off on the far corner. I think Ray could pick them up still. There you go. In their hot pink uniforms tonight as they're having a pink out for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. If you want to know if Sparta is better now than the first meeting against Central, look no further than Tuesday night. The Spartans lost 0-3 to Aquinas on September 9th. The rematch much closer, going 5 and actually extra points in the 5th. Sparta lost the first set by 4, won the next 2, and came up short in the 5th. 14-16 was the final in that 5th set. Izzy Mickelson, huge night, 18 kills, hitting .481 in the match, which is insane. Pitzenbarger and Berg each had 14 kills, and then Anna Evans had 11 and hit .529. Sparta hit 10 kills more than Aquinas, and the Blue Golds were very fortunate to get the win. Izzy Mickelson never really got going at Central, just 7 kills and hit .188. That has to change tonight. As I said about Central, Sparta getting their middle hitters sets are super important too. Evans and Mickelson have the best hitting efficiency by quite a bit. Mickelson at .350 Evans, 213. The next one, Pitzenbarger, is all the way down at 163. And Sparta's defense has to keep their offense in system and allow those middle hitters the clean looks. That's the biggest thing. And then the sophomore libero, Addison Kent, playing some great ball. The last 4 MVC matches, Kent had 28 digs, 26 digs, 19, and she had another 31 digs against Aquinas. This sophomore is playing very, very well, and those are huge numbers. And in order to stay in system, Kent getting to some of those attempts by Central would keep their offense rolling in the match. And I was impressed with her in the first go-around, so will she be a factor tonight? My big question, though, is has Sparta found that consistency? As I said, 25-9 was one of their wins over a set against Central the first time around. Seriously, the Spartans were impressive in those wins, too. And if they play like that, Central would be in big trouble, but I don't know if Sparta's really found that yet. And Coach Sackman was up here during the JV match, and I spoke to her quickly. Didn't want to take up too much of her time, and I told her I didn't email you or nothing either because you're so late in the season, kind of know where you are in terms of what you have and who's going to perform well, kind of, those types of things. It would have been nice to know about the Aquinas match, but I'm sure she would have talked about how super competitive it was, and she said to me up here tonight, I hope that the match is super competitive again, and I said, wouldn't you want that 25-9? Well, I would take that again too. But she expects, a big fight tonight on the court. And I would say the same thing with Coach Williams. She said that at her interview on Tuesday night. They are going to have the national anthem. No band tonight. Ray and I were a little surprised by that. Sparta band was been here before, but. There we go, national anthem. It's better live, though, I have to say. Like the Sparta band, when they're here for basketball season, they do a wonderful job. Well, I better get on to get that lower matchup off and get to the Central starters. So starters tonight brought to you by Pettibone Resort. Number 1, outside hitter, junior Maddie Young. Number 3, junior middle hitter, Ella Crawford. Number 5, junior, the Swiss Army knife, Ellie Gillitzer. Number 6, senior middle hitter, Sylvia Rao. Number 8, junior right side hitter, Caitlin Borgie. Number 9, McKenna Michaels is a junior and outside hitter. And the libero, Celia Christofferson. She is also a junior. And thank you to Coach Sackman for providing her starters for tonight, as Cadence Erickson, a senior, number 2. Number 4, the middle hitter, senior, Izzy Mickelson. Alexa Jones, number 5, is a right side outside hitter, senior, Emerson Pitzenbarger. A sophomore, number 10, and an outside hitter. Number 14, the setter, senior, Kaylee Church. And number 15, Lily Berg, is a junior and an outside hitter. Their libero is Addison Kent, the sophomore. Tonight we will not have the scoreboard, so I'll be providing you with our score bug this evening. So I'll have that for you. If anything messes up, please blame Ray, because I don't want to get blamed for anything. Is that good with you, Ray? Are you okay with that? He didn't even hear it. See, so he doesn't even care. I said if the score bug is off at all, it's your fault. He said that's right. No, it's all my fault if anything goes wrong. Nami, that's right. We can always blame Nami. He's not here, and if he was, I would have somebody take over for this position. Central and Sparta, what an important one. You know what's on the line for these girls? Chocolate chip cookies baked by myself, too. I'll be the one doing it if the girls can win tonight and against Aquinas and be 4-2 in the MVC in the second round. Got to remember what I'm doing here for Sparta is up on the top of the score bug tonight, which I know is kind of odd because they are the home team, but that's just the way it's all set up. So it's all good. Ray, you're fine. I looked. You're good. There you go. You better get Gillitzer in the shot, though, although they're talking still. So what is happening tonight in the MVC? What is happening? On Alaska at Holman, that's what's happening. That's a big one tonight. Those teams are 1 and 2 in the conference, and Toma is at Logan tonight as well. I could not find any college volleyball on. Gillitzer first serve, played over on the far side by Jones, and a tap over by Berg. Riverhawks, though, with a free ball from the back. Church will set Mickelson, and she is denied up front, but I think the Riverhawks were into the net, and they were with Crawford. Bad thing is that I can't see what you're filming. You could be all the way up in the banners for all I know. Yeah. Well, look, we'll check out the rafters later and see if there's any volleyballs up there. Number 14 back to serve is Church for Sparta and into the net, and we'll have a tie at 1 apiece. I'll keep track of ties as well as bring you the score. And back to serve is Gabby Zeeb, who I thought played really well on Tuesday night against Logan. Just a pushover by Berg. Christofferson sets for Borgie, far side. That one not down. Erickson was ready for that one. Another big block up front and an overpass, but Crawford can't put it home. Berg on the near side, and that one into the net. And Central leads 2-1. I love the blocking of Central early. That's nice to see with Crawford up front. That's going to be one of those keys to victory tonight. As going backwards was Erickson. Far side and the deep push by Jones. Gillitzer sets Borgie off the block, saved by Kent. Church, near side. Berg again off the block, and Zeeb couldn't quite get to it. Berg with her first, tied back at 2s. Really got to come up with a better system here. I'm very discombobulated right now, and I even had my T. Back to serve is Kent. Zeeb. Good pass. Gillitzer setting for Young, and tools off the block is Maddie Young. How important has she been to this Riverhawk team throughout the entire season? Kind of embarrassed her on Tuesday night after the win, talking so highly of her. Good up by Erickson, far side, and a chance for Pitzenbarger. Saved by Crawford. Back to Borgie, far side, and through the net on net. Off the block as well, so 4-2. Good hit by Borgie. Crawford, short serve, and just how Ray likes his ice cream, a little soft serve there. 5-2 and an ace for Crawford. Another one over the far side, this one touched by Pitzenbarger. Up and over by Jones. Borgie has to free ball. That's a better option than trying to take an attack when you're not ready for it. Mickelson on the tip. Crawford will set Borgie. Roll shot for her. Kent, one arms up. Far side. Pitzenbarger again. Deep shot, Zeeb there. Set for Rao. That was tipped. You know what? They could have kept playing that. Central could have kept that going because that was tipped off the Rao hit. But instead comes back over to the Sparta Spartans and Mickelson to serve. Getting her out that front line. Young at the 10-foot line and miscommunication in the back. And Young will pick up her second. We talked about that last week, or on Tuesday night, did Nami and I, with Central having some miscommunication errors in the back, and you cannot have those here this late in the season. Well, now Sparta's having their issues. Pitzenbarger pushes over. Young there. Nauman setting for Young and got it over. Oh, just missed it. I like the cut. Tried the 10-foot line, but had it in front of the 10-foot line, but not in front of the far sideline. Back to serve is Behrens. Abby's a junior, and a setter. 6'4" our score. Line drive serve and an ace for Behrens. As there you go in the back row with miscommunication between the Riverhawks. Christofferson and Zeeb, no one calling it out. Landing right in between them. Behrens, well, you get one, and then you give one. That's the way it works. 7-5. Maddie Young, look how far back Maddie is. I wonder if she's tinkering around with a top spin serve at some point because of how far back she is. Far side, and Lily Seifert coming in for the first time. Have not missed her the other night. How about that? Lily playing. She did not play in that first match, as I did talk to one of the assistant coaches telling me that she was out with a broken ankle and able to play now, which is fantastic. Michaels, her first attempt. It's a high one. Pitzenbarger there. Far side, Seifert right at the antenna, and then that one hits that, and it'll be 8-7. Or 8-6, pardon me, 8-6. And back to serve Christofferson for Central. 2-point lead. That's all you need when you get to 25. Seifert, they target her. Gillitzer, roll shot for her. Came right at Kent. And that was a little fake of the slide for Crawford. Back over to Michaels. Boy, the hits for Central are not way up at the net. A block on Seifert's attempt. She'll have to put it over. She does. Young is there. Passes to Nauman up front. Crawford had to take a lot off of it. Kent pancakes it up, but then the free ball out. Woohoo! Ray got one pancake. He's looking for a double stack, though. Not enough. One ain't enough for him. And if you've seen him eat Twizzlers, one bag ain't enough. 9-6 our score. Central leading by 3. Oh, Christofferson in on the line. Boy, that looked like that did not come off the hands correctly. Oh, yeah, you won't get a replay tonight either because I'm doing my own scoreboard. 10-6 our score. And we'll take a break as well. Central leads here in set 1.
Matthey Construction Company is proud to be a Riverhawk community sponsor. Matthey Construction Company is a family-owned asphalt contractor and major supplier of aggregates. Throughout the Midwest, the company plans and completes road construction projects such as asphalt highways, driveways, and parking lots. Beyond the road, Matthey offers additional career opportunities. For example, at its highly specialized research and development facility located in Onalaska, the company's team of top chemists and engineers conducts industry-leading research to continually improve the performances of its products and develop sustainable green technologies. Whether in the lab, office, or out on the roads, Matthey Construction Company aims to inspire the next generation of innovative thinkers. Learn more about the diverse career opportunities in legal, HR, research and technology, accounting, environmental services, engineering, operations management, safety, and more at www.matthey.com.
Central up 10-6 in the first set. Thank you again to Matthew Construction for being our #1 sponsor of the year here on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel. That Matthew logo has been up there a couple years now as they've really helped us out, and we appreciate it greatly. And again, I gave a shout out the other night, but I'll do it again. Thank you to everybody that showed up at the Brat Barn at the festival on Copeland during Oktoberfest. We were able to buy a brand new computer, which I am using currently right now and having no issues with it. And we greatly appreciate it. You know, we were really needing it badly, as Christofferson almost put one in the same exact spot as before we went to break. Seifert up and over. Nauman touched first. Christofferson sets Gillitzer at the 10-foot line. She hammers it. Behrens was there. Kent far side, and an attack by Berg and Long, no touch. Oh yeah, I gotta go back to my other, hold on. My brain's gonna be fried by the end of the night, bouncing around to 3 different windows and trying to keep Ray on task too. 11-6. So Christofferson, boy, that has some wicked spin on it. And there, hammered through the middle, is Anna Evans, who, man, when she comes alive, look out for this Sparta team. But they lose both middles next year. Do the Sparta Spartans, no Mickelson next year or Evans, be redoing the lineup for the Sparta Spartans next year? Central's going to look a lot like the same team this year, only without Rao and Zeeb in that back. We have a discussion up above. 11-7 our score. As I said, Holman and Onalaska is really the one I'm kind of interested in. Really like to know what's going on with that. And I'll try to check on it throughout the night. Abby Behrens has come over to talk to the official and then back over to Coach Sackman. That's what we have going on right now is a discussion. And then we'll continue here in a moment. But Erickson will serve for the Sparta Spartans. This should not change the points at all. Score's not going to change. Erickson on a little hop. Played by Christofferson. Nauman sets Michaels. Blocked. Nauman saved it nicely. And a battle at the net. And Michaels with a good hard hit. Berg up and over for Sparta. Nauman sets Crawford. Far side, Berg again. And it bounced over Michaels with a one-arm save. Gillitzer will just have to bop it over. Another hard hit by Berg. And Gillitzer was following. You could see no steps towards the net there. All the momentum taking her back over towards the bench area and towards Coach Williams. Hard to get anything on the ball then. At 8-11. And make it 9 because of the ace. Ace for Erickson, second ace for Sparta. Central still leading 11-9. They need a side out, though, here. And that's out. Goes back-to-back. You get the ace, then you give it right back. Gillitzer will serve the knuckleballer. That'll send her to the back row, too, so she will not be up front. Helping with the hits. Barron sets, and that's a quick attack again for Mickelson this time. Seifert blocked. Barron's free-balled it over. Good pass by Christofferson right to Crawford, or Gillitzer then to Crawford. Berg off the block. Christofferson there. Set for Michaels. And yes, McKenna Michaels. 13-9. That was a nice rally between the two teams, but each team really did get a chance to put the hammer into the ball. As Gillitzer, right at Erickson, far side Berg, off the block. Michaels again, blocked this time. Maddie Young playing safety back there. Oh, and that went backwards off of Barron's. Borgie will take her second. Oh, a tough play for Kent. As that went backwards off of Barron's, really not much that the sophomore libero could do with it. Right back to a 5-point lead. This is that comfort zone that Central wants to stay with. Line drive serve on that far side. Berg had to work hard just to get a receive on that. And Michaels off the block, out of bounds. Michaels her second. I like the hitting tonight for Central. They're getting into rhythm, staying within system. Everything looks nice so far. Can that continue for at least 3 of the 5 sets? Gillitzer. Another one. That was a much better receive for Berg. Seifert pushes. Christofferson maybe should have left that one go because I think Young was back there again. Behrens sets. Berg. Can't put it down though. Borgie. Behrens will set again. Far side for Berg. She had to adjust. Gillitzer will set Borgie. Line shot for her. Came back towards the middle off the block. Seifert hustles up. Look at the spin on that set by Gillitzer. Michaels can't put that one down. Behrens, what a one-arm save by Gillitzer. Borgie up and over. And Young's there for another one. Michaels to the back corner. Erickson, it goes backwards. 2 saves for the Central Riverhawks. One arm. Gillitzer and Young. Ray, I don't see your video, so I hope that you got that. Channel 8, you want top 5 plays? There's 2 of them right there for next week. Ray said he was sleeping, so hopefully the camera was just panned on it. 2 outstanding dives. Put that volley on the replay because that was something. You know what? I should mention, and we'll get to it right now. Nami put something together with the kids for Hoops for Hope. Let's see it.
Don't miss your shot to come to the 2025 Hoops for Hope basketball tailgate on December 19th.
This year, we are proud to have the Pinky Swear Foundation to help families battling childhood cancer.
Hoops for Hope is a charity event that the advanced marketing class hosts every year. We host carnival games, a half-court shot, and the tennis ball toss, and more.
The theme of the event is Blue Out, and we invite everyone to participate.
Pinky swear you'll be there.
Nice job by the kids as Gillitzer had the serve. Central up 16-9. And nice little tip there. Mickelson taking something off of everything. Tired of getting blocked. Work around the block instead. 16-10. Central up. I will say the only thing about that ad is it's awfully low. And I'm not sure how to up the volume of it. I tried a little bit through OBS. We'll see if that makes a difference, but might be something I have to use some of my software at home for. Mickelson, and called in. That was close. Oh, and I'm behind on points. Hold on, 11-16. Back to serve once again, Church, and she's long. Sparta making a few mistakes, but also give Central Riverhawks quite a bit of credit. As their defenses come to play tonight. 17-12. Zeeb, that was a tough serve to handle. Mickelson putting it over. Young up and over everyone. Erickson in the back for a good dig. An easy one, really. And a hard hit there by Jones. Saved up by Zeeb. Young had to cut it across. Mickelson, big swing. Young saves. Gillitzer has to set Borgie. And she gets it off the block of Jones. (18-11). Oh, that one came across. Mickelson had to play right away, and that too long for Berg. Back to serve Zeeb again. Off of Kent and Mickelson. Somebody rattled the net anyway, but didn't call anything on that. Just called Mickelson for her third kill. 19-12. Kent back to serve. I don't know the record for the amount of digs that somebody has in this Sparta program. As Crawford, there you go. Now that is what everybody is waiting for on overpasses. And Ray, it is most of the JV squad. I see a scattered of a few actual students here for Central tonight. If you recall, over at Toma, the JV girls gave us plenty of entertainment. They're pretty hyped up over there. It's fun to see them get into the action as Mickelson, her fourth. 20-13. Central needs 5 to close out set 1. Mickelson would like nothing better than to run at the service line. And as I said that, got to be at least the third. I know that's 3 serving errors for Sparta, maybe a 4th, I can't remember, but I know that for a fact that's 3. And Nauman serving. Set and Jones through the block. Jones really has some good ups. He's a strong player. That's Sparta's passing that has kind of failed them a little bit here in the match early on. Amani Cognier in on the back line, and those are not helping either. That's their 4th then. The Central defense has played well. Sparta has had some errors, and Central has taken advantage of most of those errors too. And Young, good one. Cognier on that. That's back towards the middle. Pitzenberger. I only have that for her first kill of the match. You also have to remember that these teams went 5 last time, and Sparta just went 5 on Tuesday night against Aquinas. So no lead should be comfortable for Central. And Central just having a free ball. Pitzenberger going way down to get that. Berg. Gillitzer. Oh my goodness, how? How did Gillitzer do that? Berg again across the way as Sparta was having miscommunication. Gillitzer, roll shot for her. Oh, and Sparta was into the net anyway. There you go, I can hear him. Here we go, Central, here we go. I like it. So Sparta was called into the net, and Christofferson to serve. 23-15. Central 2 points away from closing out set 1. We have plenty of ads to get to. A couple of live reads as well. Berg sends it across. Nauman with a great set right at the net. Michaels gives her that assist too. Awfully close to the net. Nauman with that. Nauman doesn't necessarily have as much tape as I've seen on that right knee. And set point. Must be feeling a little better tonight. Christofferson over to Berg. Set and in. Evans, only her second. And Sparta will fight off the first. They will need to fight off 8 more. Erickson to serve. Coney out. That puts Mickelson back to the front line for Sparta. Went to Gillitzer, who had to readjust her hands, and she's blocked up front by Mickelson. Sparta fighting off 2. 10-foot line, that's hard for Gillitzer. Had to readjust her feet. And again, you're going up against a very good middle hitter in Mickelson. Crawford. And Mickelson again. Blocking that. Just give her a kill on that. When you want Crawford to swing, you have to go at Mickelson. Did not there, and that came so slow over that Mickelson ended up hitting it like it was a set for her. Michaels, not touched. Sparta fighting off 3. Erickson again. One more. I bet Williams takes a timeout. Christopherson, good pass. And Crawford nailing that on top of it. And that will be it. All you need is that one good pass. Got it there. 25-18. Central wins the first, or 19, pardon me. There you go. There you see some of those students. Now they're running off. There they go. Bye-bye. Got to get to that concession stand before it closes. But I like that. I like the fact that we heard them. And those JV girls really are a good cheerleading bunch for the Central volleyball team as Central wins that first set. Well, let's see if I can get that right then, too. All right, 25-19. We'll show set 2. We'll show you some ads, and we'll come back here in just a moment. You know, Pettibone is sponsoring our starters, and they're one of our top sponsors on the year.
Escape the hustle and bustle. At Pettibone Campground, you can enjoy nature with scenic river sites perfect for family adventures or solo getaways. We also offer the latest in camper rentals. Planning an event? Our rustic banquet hall is your dream venue. Whether it is a wedding, reunion, or corporate event, we cater to all with exceptional service and breathtaking views. Call 608-782-5858 or visit pettiboneresort.com. Pettibone Campground and Banquet Hall, located in La Crosse, is your perfect escape and event destination.
Need a place to live or extra space to grow? Munson Realty's property management portfolio offers a wide variety of properties to fit all your business and housing rental needs in the La Crosse, Wisconsin, and eastern Minnesota areas. Whether you're local or relocating, looking for a business space or a home for just yourself or even the whole family, Munson Realty is here to help you find the perfect place. Discover the right space with Munson Realty, your trusted partner in real estate.
The La Crosse Central Alumni Association is a proud sponsor of the Central YouTube channel. The Central Alumni Association meets once a month with the main mission of providing scholarships to Central High School seniors so they can continue their academic pursuits. Last year, the Alumni Association awarded $63,000 in scholarships to 66 deserving Central students. For information on how to join the Alumni Association or donate, see our page on Facebook.
The La Crosse Central Basketball Association is dedicated to developing the basketball skills and character of young athletes who will attend Central High School. Please check out our website, lcbahoops.org, for more information about our year-round basketball offerings.
The Central Booster Club is excited to work with you this school year. The Booster Club's mission is to promote and help finance the over 50 official Central co-curricular activities through fundraising efforts. Booster Club meetings are held in the Central Commons on the second Monday of each month during the school year. If you can't attend meetings, you can still help by volunteering at the school store and other events. With so many budget cuts, the role of the Booster Club has become even more important in supporting all Central activities. Sign up to stay updated on Booster Club activities by clicking the QR code. Go Riverhawks!
Don't miss a moment of the action. Be sure to follow the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel on Instagram and Facebook. On Facebook, search Central Riverhawks YouTube, and on Instagram, search Central Riverhawks Live.
25-19, that first set, as Central wins that first set. I had 4 kills for Michaels, 3 for Borghi, 2 each for Young and Crawford. Crawford and Christopherson with aces. And away we go. And I'll talk about Sparta's numbers in just a moment as Crawford is blocked up front again. In that first set, ties at just 1 and 2. Central led the rest of the way. Church brings it over. Christopherson there. Gillitzer back line but missed. And a 2-0 start for Sparta. This is not how you want to come out. Ray and I talking about how well Central did play in that first set, but then also the final couple of points were a real struggle, and give Sparta a lot of credit for that. Those really hurt Sparta in that first set too. Anytime they seemed to have any little momentum, they had a serving error. Gillitzer serving. 2-1. Sparta leads. Erickson on the receive. That might have been in. It was hard to tell. Borgie just having to hit it over. Kent goes down to find it. Berg over. Gillitzer, first touch. Borgie had to put it right back over towards the far side. I mean, she had nowhere to go. Where else was she going to go that set? Not from Gillitzer anyway. And then she's got 2 blockers in front of her and the antenna. There's nowhere to go. Try to cut it across. Hit the far sideline. Missed it. 3-1 Sparta. Kent on that. Michaels had it go all the way up to the rafters. And Borgie rushes up to the net and hit it into it. 4-1. And you can't probably see it at the moment because Ray is all the way at the service line, which is understandable. Now, what was the call on that? Ray? So 3-2. Somehow it's Zeeb serving. We have no idea. There was no call whatsoever on that by the officials. Yeah, they gave Central the point on that volley, and I have no idea why. Never saw the official even point to Central side. It's Mickelson to serve. We'll put that one down as a question mark on who even had that. Young, long. Boy, something about this side. This left side, everybody too long so far for Central. Mickelson had a big first set, 4 kills for her, 2 aces for Sparta, but we know they were in the negative when it comes to aces and errors. Borgie in the middle takes that one off the block. Borgie had 3 in the first. That was strange. That 1 point was very strange. But anyway, we're here at 5-3. Second set. Crawford back to serve. Coney had to go backwards for that. Gillitzer just swinging her body around. Gillitzer again on the floor. Borgie up and over. Coney, nice pass. Church will set. Pitzenbarger and called in. Close. We had one of the parents in front of us claim that last kill for Central in the JV match was out by a mile, she said. Well, I didn't think that, but I thought that was awfully close. Borgie, yes. Gillitzer is doing an excellent job feeding these hitters. Again, I wish I had the replay tonight, but I don't. Where's Nami when I can yell at him, shift R, shift R? Zasman Alman on the serve. Coney, that goes sideways for her. An attack for Schuler. That might have been out and then hit the rafters off of Zeeb. I think that might have been out. 7-4. Our score. Pitzenbarger to serve. Right at Christofferson. Gillitzer. That went way backwards. Coney, well, there's no way. Got 3 hits off of it, though. 7-5. Maddie Young. Line drive serve to Berg. Berg will hustle up and hit the 2 tip. Gillitzer out. Coney lucky she didn't touch that as it was almost hit her braid in the back. She was sliding on the floor. Sparta probably hit about 100 in that first set, I would say, right around there. Maybe a hair under it, but I got to be somewhere close. They had quite a few errors of the hitting errors too. Officials talk things over and we're ready for play. I will say the Central right now I think is hitting a negative. Too too many errors. We don't have live stats. Those, as Rao brings that across. Mickelson touched first. That set, though, Schuler could not even make an attempt to hit that. Christofferson, look how far over she goes to that far corner. The next time out, I'll see if I can't find the Holman on Alaska game. Pushed all the way to the back. Michaels blocked, but it's out of bounds. McKenna Michaels, her 5th. Swinging hard is the junior. Michaels, 8-7. Central trying to battle back in set 2. We have yet to have a tie. Started off with a 4-1, what we thought was a 4-1 lead. Oh, boy. And Christofferson. She had a couple of those in the first set that did go over, where it looked like she just completely mishit it. There, she mishits it and into the net. Back to serve, Kaylee Church. Leader in sets, 340. Barron's at 220 coming in here tonight. Michaels can't put that one down. Chance of that off the antenna for Jones. 9-8. Ray fighting off a cold. He got the same thing I had a couple weeks ago that Owen brought into my house. Said he was tested for everything, all came back negative. That's what happened with Owen. Get ready to deal with it for a while because I'm still have lingering effects. Free ball by Sparta. Crawford, big swing. Was not touched. Central playing from behind this entire second set. They led almost the entire duration of set 1. Ties at just 1 and 2. Kent. A nice little float serve. Borghi. And she is blocked. That's right back to the middle of the defense off of Mickelson. Sparta's defense coming up with some big plays here in set 2. Anytime you can get those blocks, start feeding off that a little bit, seeing the Central hitters a little bit better too. The chess game up at the front. Michaels tips. Pitzenbarger, roll shot. Christofferson there. Crawford sets Michaels. That may have been out. Might have dipped in front, though. Pitzenbarger again. And Young. Oh, my goodness. Again, the two. Young and Gillitzer come up with two fantastic plays. And Mickelson takes something off. Everybody waiting for the hammer. And this is kind of what Central did in set 1. Start and push away, get that 4-5 point lead. Makes it awfully hard to come back. And Central not getting the passes that they were early. Mickelson again, and it's up to 5 and a timeout. Well, 13-8 our score, and we head to our donation sponsors. And back to serve then Kent as Central down by 5. Another block up front. Borghi having to go backwards. Michael into the net. Holman leads the match 1-0 over Onalaska, and they're up 13-10 in set 2. And I have to say that I need a correction from Tuesday night about Holman. We'll get to that. There's McKenna Michaels, her 6th. I had said on the air with Nami that over the weekend Holman did lose, and apparently they did not. So it was a mistake on Max Preps. I saw it as a loss. They did correct that later on, and so Holman remains undefeated. And that is a big block by Borgie on Pitzenbarger. So just wanted to clarify, when I do make a mistake, I am man enough to admit it, and I apologize. But it was up on Max Preps that they had lost, and then come to find out that the JV was kind of playing up on a tournament as Mickelson. That was not touched up front. Nice little run here for the Central Riverhawks to get back into this second set. They lead the match 1-0. Pitzenbarger on the receive. Mickelson pushing to the back corner. Zeeb was there. Gillitzer tracks it and gives it off to Young. And Young just missing that. Oh, we got a touch on the back, though. Official over in the far corner got a touch on it, and they'll take that. Whoa, easy. That is. Now listen, you cannot sit there and discredit the officials. This crew has been very good tonight already. We had one mess up, that was it. As theirs comes back over for Jones. Here's the thing about that. Officiating, there is a shortage of officials because no one wants to be sitting down there being ridiculed for $75 a night. If you think that you can do a better job, then you get out there and you have to be an official. Put yourself in their shoes once in a while. Volleyball moves very quickly. That is an ace for Sparta. I'll get off my high horse in just a few seconds, but one thing that I don't put up with is the criticizing of officials. We don't do it up here very often. When we do, once in a while, it's a 50-50 call on a basketball game. Pitzenbarger, big swing there. Well, Central had it. A little run. It's being taken away on a couple of aces with Mickelson at the line. Heading towards a third and a fourth possibly here. We know we got a third, but might be one of those nights with four at least. Gillitzer sets far side for Young, and that blocked by Evans. And Coach Williams calling another timeout, and the lead up to 19-12. So 19-12 our score. Let me see here. I do have a couple of live reads I better get to. LCBA fall ball. That's still going on. They have this weekend yet on the 13th. And of course you can get K through 8, get in on that. Monday 6 to 7. LCBA fall ball, LCBAhoops.org for all that information. And the fall dance camp, that's coming up next week. So practices on Wednesday and Thursday, and the performance will be Friday at UWL. And you can see that right here on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel. 19-12, a 7-point lead for Sparta. here in set 2. Crawford off the block, came over to Mickelson. Far side and a tip by Jones. But you notice Central scrambling over and over again. Really no hard hits as Jones. That's off the block of Young. Sparta's in rhythm. This is what happened in sets 3 and 4 at Central, where they got on a roll and Central just did not have an answer. And Zeeb gonna have to put that over and it won't even get there. What a run for Izzy Mickelson at the service line for the Sparta Spartans. 21-12. And she finally missed one, but that was a long run. Sylvia Rao back in to the front line for the Riverhawks. Kanye back in for Sparta. Gillitzer popping it over. Kent tracked it down. Jones flies up and called out. (21-14). Crawford side spin and called a lift. Carrying it over her head. The officials call 15-21. Back over that far side. Coney on a pretty good receive. Pittsburgher short. What is it with the middles at the service line? Mickelson had a long run. Crawford's trying to duplicate it. Oh, what a dump off by Church, but of course Gillitzer was there. Young. Kent, great pass up to Church. Pittsburgher harder on that one. Young. And up and over by Rao. Church on another dump off. This has to be 3 because Central had hit it. Came over. Jones in. Yep, nice hit by Jones. Somehow I didn't hear anybody complain on that one when it was in. That's all I'm saying. Barons. Came to close. Hood checked in. Young, too far, up and out. She's really struggled tonight to find her shot. And Barons back to serve. 7-point lead again for Sparta. Central had a little bit of a run by Crawford, but that's it. And then Borgie, she's into the net. Identical score to when Sparta was down and they were fighting off set points. And they did 3 times to make it 24-19. Barons on the short serve, close, just getting enough. Rao up and over. Pitzenbarger, close, that's a good pass. Young to the middle. Borgie get a chance, and does. (24-17). Nauman will have to pay the rent, though, for the Riverhawks to get back into this one. I think that might have been in off of Schuler. Young, and just targets Kent. 24-18. And Coney have it go sideways. Kent over it. That is alive yet. Young off the block. Coney saves. What a play by Kent. And then that was not touched. 4 hits. Didn't even come up to the net. Off of Schuler. 24-19, and Coach Sackman calling a timeout. Literally, this is identical to what happened in set 1 then. They're looking at, there is going to be a timeout by Sparta because Coach Sackman had called one, and she wants that, so she's going to take that. But they're also looking at the cover. The cover for a post has popped up on Central side, and obviously you cannot have that. They need a screwdriver to bring over and fix that because you can't have that. That's a disadvantage for both teams. You got a couple of these throughout the gym. One of them is in play on this side. The other side, there's one towards the front of inside the 10-foot line of each side, and then there's one way in the back on this right side where Sparta is. So all of those have to stay flat because otherwise one of the players could potentially trip over that. So Coach Sackman had called the time. Well, they want a screwdriver. Who's using keys down there? They look like Ray trying to jimmy rig something off of a tripod. Now they popped it out. So that's what's going on down there. You know, tonight boys soccer was on Alaska, 7 o'clock. Football tomorrow at Holman. We'll cover that one here on the YouTube channel. JV football is versus Holman on Monday at 5:30. And on Tuesday, ASL soccer, West Salem, 4 o'clock. And then Aquinas, 5:30, 7 o'clock for volleyball. And that's what we'll cover. Holman ends up winning the second set, and so they lead the match 2-0, 25-17, 25-19. Thank you to Coach Q for bringing the score to us. So that timeout by Coach Sackman. And then, and Young missed on the free ball. And guess what? We'll have identical scores. 25-19 in each of them. Central wins the first, Sparta wins the second. A very pivotal Game 3 coming up here on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel.
Matthew Construction Company is proud to be a Riverhawk community sponsor. Matthew Construction Company is a family-owned asphalt contractor and major supplier of aggregates. Throughout the Midwest, the company plans and completes road construction projects such as asphalt highways, driveways, and parking lots. Beyond the road, Matthew offers additional career opportunities. For example, at its highly specialized research and development facility located in Onalaska, the company's team of top chemists and engineers conducts industry-leading research to continually improve the performances of its products and develop sustainable green technologies. Whether in the lab, office, or out on the roads, Matthew Construction Company aims to inspire the next generation of innovative thinkers. Learn more about the diverse career opportunities in legal, HR, research and technology, accounting, environmental services, engineering, operations management, safety, and more at www.matthew.com.
Need a place to live or extra space to grow? Munson Realty's property management portfolio offers a wide variety of properties to fit all your business and housing rental needs in the La Crosse, Wisconsin and eastern Minnesota areas. Whether you're local or relocating, looking for a business space or a home for just yourself or even the whole family, Munson Realty is here to help you find the perfect place. Discover the right space with Munson Realty, your trusted partner in real estate.
Escape the hustle and bustle. At Pettibone Campground, you can enjoy nature with scenic river sites perfect for family adventures or solo getaways. We also offer the latest in camper rentals. Planning an event? Our rustic banquet hall is your dream venue. Whether it is a wedding, reunion, or corporate event, we cater to all with exceptional service and breathtaking views. Call 608-782-5858 or visit pettiboneresort.com. Pettibone Campground and Banquet Hall, located in La Crosse, is your perfect escape and event destination.
The La Crosse Central Alumni Association is a proud sponsor of the Central YouTube channel. The Central Alumni Association meets once a month with the main mission of providing scholarships to Central High School seniors so they can continue their academic pursuits. Last year, the Alumni Association awarded $63,000 in scholarships to 66 deserving Central students. For information on how to join the Alumni Association or donate, see our page on Facebook.
The La Crosse Central Basketball Association is dedicated to developing the basketball skills and character of young athletes who will attend Central High School. Please check out our website, lcbahoops.org, for more information about our year-round basketball offerings.
The Central Booster Club is excited to work with you this school year. The Booster Club's mission is to promote and help finance the over 50 official Central co-curricular activities through fundraising efforts. Booster Club meetings are held in the Central Commons on the second Monday of each month during the school year. If you can't attend meetings, you can still help by volunteering at the school store and other events. With so many budget cuts, the role of the Booster Club has become even more important in supporting all Central activities. Sign up to stay updated on Booster Club activities by clicking the QR code. Go Riverhawks!
Don't miss your shot to come to the 2025 Hoops for Hope basketball tailgate on December 19th.
This year, we are proud to have partnered up with the Pinky Swear Foundation to help families battling childhood cancer.
Hoops for Hope is a charity event that the advanced marketing class hosts every year. We host carnival games, a half-court shot, and the tennis ball toss, and more.
The theme of the event is Blue Out, and we invite everyone to participate.
Pinky swear you'll be there. You saw that Hoops for Hope. I want to hit on it a little bit more. Have a heart, lend a hand, and make a difference. Hoops for Hope. It'll be on Friday, December 19th. Halftime fun, carnival games, raffle baskets, and more. All the proceeds and the profits will be donated to the Pinky Swear Foundation, and we'll be there covering that basketball game. I don't know who that's against on Friday, December 19th, but I hope it's a doubleheader, and we'll be there to have some fun. You know, Wheezy hits a half-court shot on that ad that Nami helped produce. I wonder if there'll be a half-court challenge at the Hoops for Hope. If there is, I think Nami and I should go down and try to hit, and we'll see who gets closer in a challenge of who can hit a half-court shot, Nami or I. We know Ray would can it on the first chance he gets, so he's out. That's not even allowed. He's not allowed to go out there. But Nami and I think that'll be fun. That's true. You have to make it down the stairs to get to the half court. Well, that's true. Good point. That might, yeah, that. He says halftime might be over by the time he gets there. That's true. Gillitzer to serve then. No ties in set two. Sparta led the entire way, and that's a lift on Mickelson. And Central will have a lead, their first since the end of set one. This is a very pivotal set three. Do not want to go down 1-2 and have your claw back and try to mount the comeback of two in a row. Michaels had to punch. That blocked, come right up Berg, and that second time for Berg is off the block. Central does not have a lot of hits tonight either. I believe quick count 18 kills for Sparta. Well, 19 for Central. And then that one into the net. I apologize, I'm behind on a point on the scoreboard. 2-1. Church off the net. Gillitzer was there. Borgie cuts it across, and Borgie, she has 7. Yeah, I got 20 for Central. And 18 for Sparta. Yep, my quick math. Close. Who had subbed in on the last set. Playing right away. And so is Rorkel for Central. So, and there's a nice hit by Crawford. So Coach Williams making some changes to her lineup. Going with Kaylee Rorkel as well as Close, who's back to serve. McKaylee's played on and off throughout the year. I know that's somewhat kind of hard to figure out, as Berg took a lot off of that ball for her third kill. Sometimes that hot and cold can, but you got to be ready. That's the thing about any sport. You have to be ready to play as threes. Back to serve is Kent. Sideways on that. Crawford up and over. Erickson on a good up. Pitzenberger over the block and over Christopherson's head, and a kill for her. 4 and 4-3. Back and forth we go. The pendulum swings here in set 3. It's all about that big run. Who will make it? Who's going to have it? Mickelson went on a great run at the service line for Sparta in set 2. That really pushed the Spartans ahead for good. Central kind of hung around for a little while, but it didn't last very long. Rorkel off the block, and then the lift called. This also might change the rotation a little bit for Central, and I wonder if Nauman will not play in this set. We'll see. It's Zeeb and Nauman that you get some of those rotation, and once you make some changes, that really messes things up as Jones hits into the net. 5-4. Tell you what, I do rely heavily on that scoreboard because this is tough to do all together. As Mickelson, another tip, Crawford nowhere near getting up there in time for that. And that's to be expected, you know, sometimes with a middle trying to make that play. She's not going to hustle up there as much as a Christopherson. Mickelson into the net. And that's what plagued Sparta in the first set. They did not have those serving issues in set 2. So Nauman will play. Like I said, I'm just kind of wondering what the rotation will be. And that, wow, what a save by Pitzenberger. We have seen some girls get down on the floor. Rao, she has not had a kill on the night and still doesn't. And I talked about middles and how important they were for each team. Evans only has 2, Mickelson 7. Those are the middle hitters for Sparta. Central, as I mentioned, Rao, Ofer, Crawford only 3. Barons on that serve. Gillitzer can't hit the back line. 7-6. Sparta up. So Holman up 2-0. I mean, they're the champs no matter what anyway, but they'll be like 28-0 coming in there tonight. And that's into the net. For Barons. Another serving error. Ray, back in your day of volleyball, did the girls underhand it? Put their hand out and pop it over? I've seen that. Right, oh, through. And Maddie Young on her first ace. Central really needs something big out of Maddie Young here in set 3 and 4. Got the ace, but then gave it right back. I'm going to sound like Count from Sesame Street here pretty soon when I start rattling off all these ties. It's 8-8. Pitzenberger up and over. Off the rafters, saved, and then Gillitzer throwing it over ahead, far side. Berg. Fourth kill for Berg. Just seems like Sparta gets more points than Central. Central really having to earn their points. That's a good receive by Christopherson. Michaels, yes. McKenna Michaels, she has 7. Ray, if we tie at 10, I'm doing it. You know, I work on all those Sesame Street characters. I got a Grover, a Cookie Monster. Everybody's got a Cookie Monster. And the Count. Those are my 3 that I have. Christopherson off the tape. Berg adjusts. Coney backwards. Berg again, short. And Christopherson. For her second. That's a nice float serve. Coney on a good receive. And what a hammer there. That was a big swing by Schuler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All ties. What do you think, Ray? Not too bad, right? Sound like Count. And into the net. Raylan told me the other day that she did not like my Count voice, but she does like my Grover voice. So can't do the Count voice in front of her, but she does like my Grover. Near, far. Gillitzer is far away right now to serve for Central, and Erickson touched it, and the knuckleball is an ace and a 2-point lead for Central. I didn't know how entertaining it can be talking to yourself here on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel. An audience of 1, myself. Crawford blocked, and it so strong it came back over on Riverhawks side. Michaels, Barron saves. Kent far side. Berg hustles up. It would have been out, and Young played it anyway. Can anyone grab the momentum and sustain it here in set 3? If they do, they will control the match. Back to serve Church. Gillitzer sets Borgie. Cut across. That was up. And comes over, and then Borgie tried to get out of the way. 12s. Wow. If you're in the front line like that and you know it's coming over, Borgie needs to take that 12s. You have to play it. And Central doesn't even move because they knew that one was out. We played 25 points. That's what you need to get to. Can't get any closer. 13-12. Central with a 1-point lead. The biggest has been 2 for either team. Close. Back to serve. Short serve, Kent. Barons sets. And that pushed over. Barons touched that first. Jones just not really in rhythm there. Great save by Crawford up front for Central on that volley too. Kent had to back up. And that one missed by Berg. No touch, and the largest lead of set 3 is 3. Did that ball leave the arena? Good night. Alton D asked Gymnasium, the ball left. Went right through the door. The assistant had to go all the way to near the concession stand. Look, she even brought Gatorade back. She hustled back so far. Close with an ace. (16-12). 4-point lead for Central here in set 3. Football tomorrow night. It has been Lineman Love Week here on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel, NAMI's favorite time of year. No, they're doing it. I thought they were talking about how much money they raised. But yep, football tomorrow night at Holman. We'll all be back together, and tomorrow or next week for football, it'll only be me on the broadcast. I know Mr. Hansen had messaged the one night saying that if I was by myself again for football, he'd love to pop on the broadcast. He's busy too. Hansen's got to go over and cover the PA announcing at UWL, so it'll probably just be me on the broadcast for the Onalaska game, the final game of the season, for the regular season, that is, for the Central Riverhawks for football. Tuesday night, we'll all be back together for Aquinas and volleyball. So a 4-point run for Central here in set 3. Match tied 1-1. Identical scores, 25-19. Jones tips. Gillitzer saves. Borgie will get a chance. Over the block. Berg up and over everyone. Gillitzer far side for Borgie. That also off the block. Kent there. Barron's trying to go with Church with a dump. And Rorkel, that was short. Rorkel had subbed back in. Kaylee did. Another junior. The sophomore, Kent. She'll be fun to watch the next couple of years for Sparta and the growth of Addison Kent. Rorkel out. You get the lead. Don't want to slip away. This is a much-needed side out right here. If you're Central, you have to maintain the lead. Gillitzer to Crawford. Well, I don't know how, but Crawford got that kill. Steps weren't there. The set was behind her, and she still made it work. And she will serve. Came off of Pitzenbarger. A little roll shot there for Jones. Rorkel again. Pounded to the back. Came right at Erickson. She had to play it. Sparta with a free ball and way up and out. Jones mishitting that completely. But that's what you have to do. Sparta took 2 in a row. Central comes right back, takes 2 from Sparta. Maintain that 4-5 point cushion as Crawford missed serves. And look who's going to the line. Mickelson to serve. Her serve efficiency over close to 900. And Borgie making sure that Mickelson does not stay. As far as aces, Mickelson was second on the team entering tonight. So you really don't want to see her there. You got to get her off of that. Church has the most at 35. Zasman Alman, far side. Pitzenbarger on the receive. And that block stays in for Rao and Rorkel. Close to the line. A tremendous hit by Jones, one of her best of the night. It just ended up right off the block. Nalman again over the far side, an ace! Zasman Alman with an ace. She closed out set 3 for the Riverhawks against Logan on Tuesday night, trying to do the same thing here in set 3 against Sparta with the match tied 1-1. Another floater. Cognier on that. And Evans, who we have not really called much. Gillitzer on the roll pop-up. They said, oh, into the net. I thought they were calling that on the floor anyway. Ray does get his double stack. That pancake counted, I think. So, Nauman, side spin on that, right up to the net. And again into the net. This time Church. 23-15. What a nice run for the Central Riverhawks. 11-3 run here in set 3. (23-15), a great run here for the Central Riverhawks in set 3 to expand on their lead. It's Addie Zasman-Elman at the service line. Bottom of the 11th, Phillies and Dodgers tied 1-1, and the Brewers, the Brew Crew, 0-0 with the Cubbies. Pitzenberger off that block. Christofferson on the dig. Roracle blocked up front. Might have been out. Christofferson thought it would be in, so she played it. Remember what happened, though, in set 1. It was 24-15. Sparta got the side out, battled back, put a couple more on the board, and seemed to have the momentum as they entered set 4. Looking right now, 23-16. Thinking the same thing. Gillitzer couldn't get much on that as Kent. How was that not a lift on Barons? Roracle off the block. Pitzenberger. This is going to be, oh, it wasn't off the hoop. Cognier up and over. Nauman sets for Gillitzer, and she misses. You need the closer. Got to have a closer if you're the Riverhawks in this set. Cannot let Sparta hang around. Barons will serve again. Row to Gillitzer, short. Williams thinking about a timeout. Not yet. Okay, 20. She has both. Sackman is out of timeouts for Sparta. Came to close. Rao off the block. Gillitzer could save it. Yes, she did. She could play that even though she was on the ground. And then Barron's up and over on the setter dump. And all of a sudden, what is the score? 23-19, Sparta keeping track. Coming back on the Central Riverhawks. How about that then? Bottom of the 11th. Oh, my goodness. And the Chicago Cubs are on the board. 3-0. And let's see. Somebody hit a home run. Happ homered to right, brought in Tucker and Horner for the Cubs, and they lead 3-0 after the first. The NFL tonight, too, as the New York Giants are leading the Philadelphia Eagles 20-17. A lot happening in pro sports, too. I hit on college volleyball the other night. I was looking for scores again tonight and came up empty for rated matchups or anybody that you might be interested at home about. Because I like looking at those, and Coach Q was helping us out with, and Roracle, that out. 23-20. Nauman trying the dump off. And Rao ends up hitting the overpass into the net. My goodness. And in comes Maddie Young. Overpass, just shot over. Gillitzer had to send it. Barron's backing up. Pitzenberger with a tip. Christofferson. Young takes everybody away. Konya with a great pass. Pitzenberger close. Gets down on the floor. Young sends it over. Pitzenberger can't play it. Well, they said that Young's nickname is Mad Dog. Need a dog, need a closer. Young comes up with one. Her 5th kill of the match and set point for Central. Finally. Konya on another good pass. Took her hitter all the way over to the far side. That was Schuler. Nauman tips over. Came at Barron's. Pitzenberger. Line shot. Christofferson there. Michaels tries to go to the back, but Konya was there again. Schuler out. And that's it. 25-21. Whew, man. Talk about making it interesting. And does that again show that Sparta has the momentum heading into the 4th as the teams switch side? Tied at 24 in set 3 for Onalaska and Holman. So that match, I had said to Mr. Luloff the other night when I was up there for Central against Holman that Onalaska is playing much better volleyball. And I don't know if he believed me at the time, but their set scores in the first matchup between those two teams were not close. Holman absolutely drubbed Onalaska in that first. Now Coach Rohde has made changes, and Onalaska trying to at least fight for a 4th set, which, of course, that's the other thing about Holman in the year. The only set they lost in the MVC was to this Central Riverhawks team. That's it. And that was not the first match, or not the second match, because that was a 3-0 sweep at Holman. But that first set, Central won against Holman at Mark Sutton Gym. We'll take a timeout. Come back. 25-21 was set 3. Central's 25-19 in the first. 25-19 Sparta in the second. We enter the 4th when we come back.
Matthew Construction Company is proud to be a Riverhawk community sponsor. Matthew Construction Company is a family-owned asphalt contractor and major supplier of aggregates. Throughout the Midwest, the company plans and completes road construction projects such as asphalt highways, driveways, and parking lots. Beyond the road, Matthew offers additional career opportunities. For example, at its highly specialized research and development facility located in Onalaska, the company's team of top chemists and engineers conducts industry-leading research to continually improve the performances of its products and develop sustainable green technologies. Whether in the lab, office, or out on the roads, Matthew Construction Company aims to inspire the next generation of innovative thinkers. Learn more about the diverse career opportunities in legal, HR, research and technology, accounting, environmental services, engineering, operations management, safety, and more at www.matthew.com.
That's not supposed to be showing at all. There we go. Okay. So I know that we had the scores up there earlier. I had to take those down because set 4 was not working properly. So now I have to go back to the beginning as our software is also not wanting to cooperate for set 4. And so I'll tell you that it is 2-1 Central. Anna had chances to win but lost 28-26. So Holman still fights off. Thank you, Coach Q, for providing the updates. And so 2-1, that is the sets as Church with an ace. That thing had some late movement. So I'm back to here. And a 1-0 lead. The set 4 would not put Sparta's points up, and therefore you don't get the other points from the other sets. Gillitzer only her second. But I'll tell you, it was 25-19, 25-19. Central won the first, Sparta won the second, 25-21 in the third. I even tried to manually punch in the number and then update it. It still was not working. Far side Berg and missed that one. We had 11 ties in set 3. A little bit of a scramble. And it looks like they're calling Mickelson underneath the net on that. So a net violation on Mickelson. Puts it 3-1, Central leading. That goes backwards on the receive for Jones, and she has to just be free ball on and over. Gillitzer sets Michaels. No hard swing for her. That hit the end. Yeah, they got to call that. Yep. That was off the block. Yeah, that should be a kill for Berg. And it is. They get it right. 3-2. That was the correct call. Kent on the serve. Libero to Libero. Michaels hitting it hard off the block that time. Borgie get a chance. Roll shot for her, and then there's lots of communication issues for Sparta. Central needing this set to close out the match. Sparta can force a 5th. Close. That's in. Mickelson, nice job by her. Put something on it to get it up. And Maddie Young comes through. Just had not called her name a lot tonight. They went to Kaylee Rorkol for a while. Came back with Young late in that third set, and she helped close it out. Mickelson, look out. Izzy Mickelson is a player. She is a very nice volleyball player. I believe she plays basketball too. Q would be able to tell me if she did or not. They've got a 6-2 on the score. I do not. Young taps over. So I have it as 6-3 right now. And Crawford serves to Kent. Roll shot for Pittsburgher. Young. Oh, that was touched, yes. We got a touch. That was the right score. And yes, Mickelson does play back. Thank you, Q. So 7th. Not 6-7. It is 7-3. They have the score correct now. Pittsburgher swings hard. Crawford there. Gillitzer on the dump. Pittsburgher punches over out. And 8-3. Central gaining momentum here in set 4. Crawford back to serve. Kent on that. Pitzenberger over. Young got her arm out. Borgie. And Borgie took a lot off of that. You know, she has such a good snap with that top spin serve, or top spin hit. And she took quite a bit off of it on that one and still scored. 9-3, our score. So Holman ends up with a W again tonight. And so they are the MVC champs in the conference. Holman then the champs. Onalaska at 6-4. Aquinas at 5-4 and off tonight. Central 4-5. Toma 3-5. Sparta 3-5 and Logan 0-8. Toma is at Logan tonight. This division in this section 3 is going to get very interesting once the seedings come out. I believe that seed meeting should happen this weekend too, because you got to have the playoffs get ready to go for 2 weeks from today, I believe, would be the Central Riverhawks playoff matchup. Baraboo, DeForest, Holman, Central, Madison East and West, Middleton, Monona Grove, Onalaska, Sparta, Sun Prairie, East and West, Toma, and Waunakee are the sectional teams. Sun Prairie West and Madison West was playing tonight. Madison East was playing Madison La Follette, and Middleton hosting Janesville Parker. So 4 other teams along with those MVC teams in action tonight for that sectional. And Jones into the net. Shorting that shot. 10-3. Crawford still serving. Pitzenberger, line drive, but close was there. Rao, that was hit. Borgie, and Borgie with another. Caitlin Borgie has been our Munson Realty Player of the Game a couple of times here in this second half of the MVC. She's starting to feel it again because I got her for 11 kills. Crawford continuing the solid serves. And that's up and out for Evans, who's been awfully quiet tonight. And all of a sudden it is 12-3, Central leading. They're tied at only ones thus far. Set Pitzenberger, line shot for her. Close, tried to make the play. Pitzenberger, that was a hard hit. Good line shot, her 5th. Barron's had a good service run earlier in the match to get Sparta going. And got another one. Second ace for her. And sometimes it's not about the ace. It is just simply put of get it over. Make them make a play. Make your opponent make a play. Young on a great hit. Kent. And Coney, boy, her feet could not get underneath her. She almost fell as she was trying to hit the ball. That pass, I think she thought it was going to be high in the air. Instead, line drive right at her. Hard to get your feet underneath you at that point. Evans, that's long. And like I said, Evans against Aquinas the other night, hitting, what was it, Michaels had 481 in that match. Evans hit 529 in that match against Aquinas. I mean, that's essentially not having an error. Hitting 529 on the night. I mean, that's some solid hitting. And Sparta using their second timeout already here in set 4. Central just with that one more against Aquinas coming up on Tuesday night. Central on the year starting, they started out so rough against Toma, 0-3. Nami and I look at each other going, what in the world is happening already? But they came back and played very well in the Unalaska tournament. Beat Unalaska in the regular season 3-1 in that first meeting. Lost to Holman 1-3. Went to the DeForest tournament and went 1-4 or 1-3 in that tournament. Came back, got the win over Logan, got a win over this Sparta team. Lost in 5 at Aquinas. Eau Claire North was another tough tournament, going 2-1. Beat Toma by 5. That was a big win for the Riverhawks. As Pitzenbarger puts that one over. Young gets a chance. Off the block, Kent there. Barons sets. Schuler, yes. And we'll see if that somehow gets Sparta rolling. Coach Sackman using timeouts early. She is out of timeouts. And an 8-point cushion for the Central Riverhawks. Pitzenbarger to serve. Played off of close. Good job by Gillitzer. You don't want to force anything. And that tip works for Schuler as well. Couple in a row. It is double up time, though, in set 4, 14-7. But as we have seen, Sparta is gritty, and they can come back. Pitzenbarger long on that. That was what plagued Sparta in set 1, happened again in set 3, happened again in set 4. Could not have service errors at this point in the match. If you're Central, you kind of live with that a little bit because you still want to be aggressive on your serves. Coming off of a night where they had 15 aces and just 4 errors against Logan. Now you don't want them to pile up and have 7 or 8 in this set. Nauman will set Michaels. Cut it across. Good up by Berg. Far side. Schuler, who's had a hot hand and finds another one. If you're Central, you're okay trading points. You're not okay with 3-4 by Sparta, 1 by you, 3-4 by Sparta, and another 1 by you. Erickson. And Young can't play that one. Erickson with an ace. Down to 5. Little mini run by Sparta. Nauman sets Rowell. Erickson on the save. Berg gets a shot. Christofferson there. Michaels. And she completely whiffed it. Coach Williams got to call a time. You have to. You have to call a timeout at this point. 15-11 now. Central still up.
Need a place to live or extra space to grow? Munson Realty's property management portfolio offers a wide variety of properties to fit all your business and housing rental needs in the La Crosse, Wisconsin and eastern Minnesota areas. Whether you're local or relocating, looking for a business space or a home for just yourself or even the whole family, Munson Realty is here to help you find the perfect place. Discover the right space with Munson Realty, your trusted partner in real estate.
Escape the hustle and bustle. At Pettibone Campground, you can enjoy nature with scenic river sites perfect for family adventures or solo getaways. We also offer the latest in camper rentals. Planning an event? Our rustic banquet hall is your dream venue. Whether it is a wedding, reunion, or corporate event, we cater to all with exceptional service and breathtaking views. Call 608-782-5858 or visit pettiboneresort.com. Pettibone Campground and Banquet Hall, located in La Crosse, is your perfect escape and event destination.
Central calling their first timeout, and Nauman was into the net. Erickson will continue this run for Sparta at the service line. I said if you're Central, you live with 1 or 2, not 4 or 5. And that's what this is piling up to be for Erickson, and Sparta getting right back into this match, or this set. Gillitzer tapped over. Kent was there. Berg. Young. Nauman, good track for her. Berg with a one-arm dig. Barons on the line. Yep. Good call by the official. That was in. Young was watching it all the way but thought it would be long. And you could kind of see the deer in the headlights looks right now for the Central Riverhawks. They need a play. Erickson, that was a tough serve to handle. Rao blocked. Mickelson there. And all of a sudden, it is a 1 point set. And Erickson has got this team all the way, almost all the way back. We have not had a tie since 1-1. Central was leading this thing 15-6. Gillitzer. Well, when you need one, got to get something clean at the net. Gillitzer does. But now, tight all the way through the final 11 for Sparta or 9 for Central. The comfortable lead completely gone. Christofferson, Mickles on that receive. Zeeb trying to get it up to the front. Schuler has had a hot hand. Nauman can set. Michaels off the block, hangs around. Barron saved it. And again, the back steps. You know, if you're Jones or Berg, Berg, if you're Berg, you just got to send that over. Live to fight another volley instead of trying to actually attack. That's a much better serve by Christofferson. It'll be off the net and an ace. That's what you're looking for. She's had a couple of them that just felt very awkward off her hands. That one on point. Came to Kent. Was dipping late. Back up to a 4-point lead for Central. Goes all the way to the opposite side. Zeeb getting down. Christofferson up and over. Not to Berg this time. Schuler and into the net. She's had a good set. I could understand keep going to her. Mia Schuler. Junior on the right side hitter. Christofferson 4 straight. Erickson and no one getting to that. And another ace for Christofferson. Sackman used both timeouts already as well, so Sparta is out of timeouts, trying to climb back into it. Totally understand where Coach Sackman was coming from using early timeouts. It's a set you have to have. As Mickelson just misses on the near side. And Nauman pulled her hands back just in time. Kent, overpass. Nauman sets. Michaels, line shot, missed it. Like the idea, but kind of wanted to see that go back to Crawford. Get it to her. She just touched the ball. She's right in rhythm. Would have liked to see the middle hit there. So Church comes in. Church leads the Sparta Spartans in aces on the season. Leap on that. Roll shot for Gillitzer. Mickelson setting for Church. That's the middle to the setter. Gillitzer. Oh, that touched the, well, good job by Church. She knew it. Did touch the rafters. Back over to Michaels. And she finds the floor. McKenna Michaels, her 8th. 22-15. We will have our Munson Realty Player of the Game. I don't know who that's going to be, though. I can't figure it out. Ray says it's him. I'm not going to give you that award. Erickson on the receive. Barron saved it. Mickelson towards the back. Zeeb did not get much of a pass on that. Michaels on the roll shot blocked. Comes back over Borgie. Erickson, good pass. Barron, or Church. And that is out, not touched. Jones trying to go that far sideline. Missed it long, and 23-15. Central 2 points away from closing it out. You want somebody at the service line that can do that, it's Gillitzer. Michaels off the block. McKenna Michaels, 9 for her. Borgie has 11. Match point for Central. Oh, almost an ace. Jones just got enough of that. Set, Michaels, hot hand blocked. Kent will need to be almost a junior at that service line. She's just a sophomore by the time she completes this run if she ties it. Good up by Michaels. Gillitzer set for Crawford. Yes! There won't be another run for the Sparta Spartans as the Central Riverhawks get the win 3-1. 25-16. No fifth set here for the Riverhawks and the Sparta Spartans. I will take a quick timeout. We will try to figure out, maybe Ray and I could discuss things, but this is tough. It's a very balanced attack tonight for the Central Riverhawks. And so this will be a little tough to figure out Munson Realty player of the game, but the Riverhawks get the win. Come back with us in just a moment. All right, so Ray and I talked it over, and we're going to go with the Munson Realty player of the game for the Diggers. In the back, the defense for the Riverhawks doing some work tonight for Central in order to get the victory. We saw some fantastic fly-around plays. Zeeb played some, Young, Gillitzer in the back, Christofferson, all of them in that back row making some huge plays. In the match, we only had 14 ties, and 11 of them came in set 3. So really, it was kind of a dominating performance by the team that won the set, besides the crucial third, which went to Central. On the night, I had Sparta with 8 aces, 8 aces. 32 kills, and led by Izzy Mickelson and her 8. For the Central Riverhawks, 37 kills and 7 aces on the evening, and led by Caitlin Borgie's 11 for Borgie, 9 for Michaels, 8 for Maddie Young. 3 aces tonight for Christofferson, too. That's the other reason why kind of mentioning those back row players. It is, you got to remember, it is Lineman Love Week. The back row players, those DSs don't get a lot of love in volleyball. They're our Munson Realty player of the game. And Central gets the win. They move now to 6-5 in the conference, 14-12 overall. Sparta falls to 3-7, 16-12 in conference play. We have football for you Friday night, tomorrow night at Holman. We'll be bringing you that broadcast. Looking forward to it. It's going to be an exciting one of the biggest ones of the season, certainly for the Central Riverhawks, as the Dodgers pull out a 2-1 victory over Philadelphia in the bottom of the 11th. And midway through the third, Milwaukee still down 3-0. You'll find that one on the radio when you go home there, Ray, so you can listen to the game. For Ray George, I'm Joel McCall. Thank you so much for tuning in here tonight as the Central Riverhawks get the win 3-1 over Sparta.